Armbar, I just got back the odd copy from our sponsors. Can you do the read for me?
Oh, boss, you know I can't read.
Right. Oh, look, it's Doubletail. Barry, can you spare a minute?
Sure. What's up? Also, I'm pretty sure I asked you not to call me Barry.
Well, Barry, our sponsors gave us this ad copy to read, and unfortunately our friend Armbar here can't read, so can you do the promo for us?
Sure thing. Hey there, sports fans. Baragon Doubletail here to remind you Bard Rock Cafe is brought to you by Dragon Master Games. Shop at their online storefront for your D&D and TTRPG products, as well as collectibles. We're now also partnered with Fanroll, who make high-quality dice sets, dice bags, trays and towers, and other accessories. Follow our affiliate link and use code BardRockCafe at checkout to save 10%, and a portion of your order goes to support the show. Finally, you can also support the show directly by subscribing to our Ko-fi. Subscribers get access to wild rewards like exclusive bonus content, tarot readings from Rook, social media shoutouts, and tabletop games with the cast. As always, all the relevant links can be found in the show notes. Now, let's rock!
Support the show, or I'ma come near ya!
You can't threaten your listeners.
It's not a threat, it's a promise! Support the show, jabronis!
Welcome back, everybody, to episode 53?
Oh my god!
No, that's not right.
It's not.
It's 35. Anyway, welcome back. Thanks to everybody who's listened this far in the show. We don't know what's wrong with you or us, but we're happy you're here. Last time on Bard Rock Cafe, everybody got back together in the Court of Night, where everybody shared their stories from their wild and wacky adventures off on their own in the distant corners of different planes. After some revelations between several of the characters, Lord Orion decided he was going to try again to pull Epi through the portal, because for whatever reason he was having trouble. That was definitely an in-character thing and not a scheduling issue with that one player.
I'm sorry.
So, as we jump back in, Lord Orion had just clapped his hands together and started rubbing them like he's about to, grab a pair of tongs and, click them together real quick and then, just trying real hard to focus. Pulls the portal open. And there's Epi kind of stuck in between realms in the astral plane. And Orion reaches out with his magic, and with a powerful yank, Epi comes launching through the portal. Head over heels, tumble bumble.
Oh, Lord, why on earth? My horn got stuck on what I can only assume was astral energy. I didn't know I could do that.
Wait. Can you just pluck things out of the astral plane? Because, I have a second soul that technically lives there, and if we could just get him not in me, that'd be great. Shut up, you. Hey, you're supposed to let... You see Brock starting to have an argument internally with himself.
Internally, externally?
Yes, they start arguing externally, and then his eyes roll back, and now they're fighting inside.
That's
Nadir begins furiously writing.
So,
Orion opens a arm-sized portal, reaches in, and both Brock and Roll feel a pinch on their ear, spectrally, as he says, "Now children, try to focus."
Please tell me how you did that. I need to know.
Oh, that's just a thing I can do. I'm, Lord of the Night Court. I've got some talents.
Ah.
Welcome back. You must be Epi.
Yes. Hello. Pleasure to meet you. Did I miss something?
Not really.
And yet everything.
Well, that encompasses the entirety of existence. I had a fun time. How about y'all? What'd you get into?
Wolf stole a lock of my hair. That was a little weird. I think she might be into me.
You know how those fans get. You get too popular, they start stealing things.
Is Loth a fan of Brock? Is that what I'm getting out of this?
You really have no way of knowing. Says the DM. It's not impossible. Cyric was a fan of Baragon. Just saying.
It's true. I'm God's favorite.
Congratulations. I learned some things about a friend. I wound up finding out that apparently impersonating an acolyte of the Raven Queen is not something she's chill with. We worked it out.
I would like to roll an insight check with a DC of 3 to figure that out on my own.
Do it.
I don't roll dice unless the DM expressly tells me to. That was mostly a joke.
Ah, fair enough.
Roll for crit fail or crit success.
That is a 9 plus numbers, which is more than high enough to know that was a bad idea to begin with. For the audience, my insight is a +8, so that's a 17.
They would have been able to determine that with high enough insight anyway.
Wait, you're not actually an acolyte of the Raven Queen?
No, unfortunately not. It was a great cover, though. Nobody questioned it. You bring people back from the dead, they're like, oh, you follow the Raven Queen. She has a thing with bringing back dead people. And then all the magic cut off. And then people are like, how the hell are you still doing that? And it's just like, yeah, it's definitely one god still working. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would never have known.
Epi. Armbar is over there looking just deeply hurt. You lied to me.
Armbar, you sweet, sweet soul. I'm so sorry.
Don't talk to me.
For the rest of the episode, don't talk to me.
That is the implication. Yes.
Baragon, I want to point something out to you. See Epi's holy symbol right there?
Uh-huh.
See how it looks like it's made out of cheap plastic from a dollar store?
Excuse you? This one is my spare. I left the real raven skull that my sister gave me as an offering to the Raven Queen, which was probably why she didn't murder me right away. By the way, thank you for getting me incredibly drunk, because otherwise I might have had a panic attack.
Oh, no problem. Here, have a glass of... And I reach in my food truck and get another glass of that ale for Epi.
Thank you so much. I definitely need something to take the edge off. I down it.
Okay.
Roll con save.
Okay, should we use the bloody dice or the bloody eyeball dice for this one?
I think you should use your Felix dice.
Ooh, you're right. Okay.
This feels like an important roll to use the Felix dice on, so you should roll the Felix dice.
Is it? We're getting that out of the way real early.
We are not 10 minutes into this episode.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant like the literal Felix dice that you got
I bought
the cats in it.
I bought kitty dice. I was also suggesting for the +5 to make you not be drunk off your ass the rest of the episode to use the Felix dice.
Oh, because if it's +5, I did get a 20.
Like, naturally?
No, I got a 15.
Oh.
You still would have failed.
Is it GC's 23?
It's at least 23.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think it's actually 24.
It's either 23 or 24. I don't remember.
It's 27 now.
Anyway, I think that was all a bit, and Stephanie did not actually drink that, and we did not need the Felix dice.
That I rolled a 15,
I don't know.
and Epi's he's fine.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
I don't know if Steph knows it was a bit.
Yeah, I think it was just not a bit.
Oh.
This might be a problem for the rest of the campaign.
Anyway, now drunk Epi, can you explain to us the important things you learned about your friend?
Sure thing. So, first of all, I landed in the Raven Queen's garden, and it was very nice. They had these lovely flowers in it. I pull the death bells out of my ingredients pocket, show them. They're glowy, they're nice. I put it back in. And, well, you know, you don't want to go sneaking around. I didn't know whose place it was, so I just knocked on the front door, walked in. There is a giant altar. So I'm like, well, figure I ought to pay some sort of penance on account of all of the fraud. Left the holy symbol of mine on there as a tribute, and then I met her. What are they called? Her holy undead warrior guy. Weird name. Smells like terrible, but has cool raven wings. That guy. And so he led me through this big twisty place. Eventually, I did talk to a Raven Queen. And I may have promised at some point that I'm going to fight a lich and bring it back to normal humanity. That's fine, we can do that. So, Nadir, I may need to borrow your book and find out how to fight a lich and bring it back to life. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Any particular lich?
Oh, yeah, Vecna.
Oh, that one, the big lich.
Furious scribbling immediately stops.
Heavy pause.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I took your accent for a second. What?
Yeah, so, turns out...
Okay, real quick, y'all. I'm gonna run, real quick to check the mail. I will be right back in, less than a minute.
Who checks their mail at 8 o'clock at night?
Listen, I was informed. I'll be right back. Carry on. Just don't ask the DM anything.
Okay.
Look, to be fair, my mail also isn't here yet.
Mine is, I just figure it'll sit there for a minute. Eventually, I'm gonna have to go get the meatballs out of the oven. It's fine.
Anyway, the weirdest thing, KITTI shows up with mail for all of us.
She hops through the dimension door, zips off into the distance. It's fine.
And Brock just picks up what it... Sorry, you first.
No, the arm-sized hole that Orion made, just as it comes back out, mail floods through.
And Brock just scoops out a couple magazines and says thank you, and carefully, quietly, and subtly puts them inside the food truck.
Get anything good?
Yes.
Nice.
Do you still have that wild magic surge from last episode where your thoughts are closed captioning on your forehead?
Oh, yeah!
I think that's over.
Yeah, it's fine.
We got an entire episode of mileage out of that bit.
That was, it lasted an hour, so...
I feel like we spent an hour
right?
before we tried summoning Epi.
Just need a minute to prepare.
It's we have to wait until this is done. So Epi's so, turns out, you know how I have this fancy book that helps me with, it's my wizard spell tome?
Oh yes, the book that definitely doesn't have imagery of, lich-related things on the front, yes.
Epi, no, that...
So,
are you serious?
Look, this part contains the good that was in him. He's my friend, alright? I'm not abandoning him. I've already had this discussion with the Raven Queen too. Sometimes you just have to believe you can do it, and then you will.
There's not any good in Vecna.
Well, not anymore. He put it in the phylactery that I'm currently using as my wizard spell tome.
What?
I know that phylacteries are a piece of a soul, but souls aren't binary between good and evil. This is
unheard
all the
of?
same.
All right. Nadir, if I may, are you familiar with the concept of oil and water?
Yeah, of course.
In theory, you can mix oil and water together in a vinaigrette, good and evil, to create something sort of in the middle that's a mix of both good and evil with gray areas. You can, however, let them separate and then put them in two separate containers. That's basically what Vecna did to make a phylactery. It's just he took all of the oil that is Mortimer and shoved it in there, and he kept all the stinky water.
Exactly.
doesn't that kind of solve your problem with roll?
Oh yeah, I'll just become a lich, no fucking problem.
Well,
What's an anti-lich? How do you shove the evil half of your body into a phylactery to become an anti-lich?
I have a spell called Soul Jar that ought to do it.
Jesus fuck. No, hold on, look. A soul is not a thing that you can... Ooh, I was about to use modern terms. The fuck would be like a centrifuge, but in D&D?
Sure, that's a term.
Magic centrifuge.
Use.
So there's actually
Sure.
this
Fantasy
thing
centrifuge.
similar to a centrifuge that's existed for a lot of time. It's a salad spinner. It literally just flashes all the water off vegetables through like basically spinning it like a centrifuge would.
Okay. Yeah, that's a better thing. A soul is not just a thing that you can put in a salad spinner and throw all of the good or evil off. It's not. That's not how that works. A soul is a continuous single thing.
I mean, yeah, but you can flay the soul, so theoretically Vecna could have said, hey, most of my good is over here, and chopped it off with like a rusty butcher knife and shoved it in a book. And been like, 99% is close enough. Maybe there's still a little good in him, maybe there's still a little bad in Mortimer, what's to say?
Every soul is both good and evil, but they're not disparate parts. It's all together. If you take a piece of a soul, you take both the good and evil. You can't split them.
Brock's just staring at Nadir like, are you soul-splaining to the guy with a good soul and a bad soul?
Right. That's two souls.
Yes, but one of us is distinctly good and one of us is distinctly evil. We are linked. The good and evil just separated out at some point. Like, Roll wasn't always evil, and I always wasn't so good.
Oh, really?
People
it's a long
can
story.
change over time. People can change through experience and the world around them.
Well, I suppose
And
being
through
stuck in a book would do that to you.
And through that, the soul changes as well. But it's still all one piece.
Well, that's what I'm hoping, is if we put the two pieces back together, maybe we can put the good back in Vecna. And then he won't be Vecna, he'll be Mortimer again. Look, I've always said that I was going to help my friend get out of this book. I just didn't really know how until a little bit ago. And before you tell me it's impossible, just remember, I've been bringing people back from the dead for a while now, without actually using any of God powers.
It's not impossible.
Granted, it is a little bit evil. It's fine. We're going to fix it.
I know how to do it.
You do?
Epi, I am not helping you bring Vecna back.
I mean, he's already back. Like, his phylactery's right there. He's definitely been reborn since... I think Granny Snickerdoodle killed him last time? I remember our Grandma Snickerdoodle telling me she killed Vecna one time. Like, you're just gonna turn him back into a mortal man and not a lich. That's inherently an improvement over what he already is.
Essentially. And you wouldn't be bringing back Vecna, you'd be bringing back Mortimer, who has, for as long as I've known him, been helpful and good and a decent friend to me.
And wouldn't this only work if, like, the lich half of Vecna was down for it anyway? So, like, why don't we go ask him?
What?
I mean, if he says no, then oh well, moot point. We find a different way to make Morton out of book.
So you said you know how, though?
I will not help you with this.
We should do it for a Scooby snack?
Hey
I
guys.
produce a snack from my pocket because I have the chef feet.
Spectacular.
2 Scooby snacks.
At least.
No, Nadir, I can offer you a tempting offer. You collect stories, I will give you my and Roll's life story. Include the story of why Roll is evil and why I am not. If you help us, at least teach Epi what he needs to know to do his quest that was given to him by a literal god.
This is true. I sort of agreed to do it in return for this, and I pull out the fancy glowy crystal that I was given. And believe me, I don't think we want to piss her off. I definitely have to own up to being a wizard at this point, otherwise I am going to be probably killed. It's fine. I'm a wizard, not an acolyte.
So what's this that you've just produced in front of us?
I mean, you produced one like a half an hour ago, Baragon. It's just a chunk of godhood. What's not to get?
Is that what this
All right,
is?
I mean...
It looks like basically the same. It's like a different color.
That is basically what this is.
Okay, but which domain is it, I guess?
I might have forgot.
I mean, he got it from the Raven Queen. We have a very limited number of possibilities here.
Perhaps the one about life or death? One of the two seems thematic.
I think it's actually fate.
Was it Fate?
It
I
is.
feel like I
have been
remember
Fate.
that.
I forgot. Also, my meatballs came out of the oven. I'll be right back. I gotta go get some food.
You know, we did not need to know about Epi's meatballs.
I know, right?
I'm gonna go play with my balls. Be right back.
TMI. All right, so that's on the soundboard now.
Uh-huh.
Join the Bard Rock Discord today, and you can make Epi say, "I've got to go play with my balls." BRB.
Yeah, so first of all, it is specifically, it's a very narrow portion of the domain of fate. It's specifically that moment before death.
How many of you got cool things from gods?
Baron slowly raises his hand.
Armbar slowly raises his hand in the background.
I'm not here.
But he raises his hand anyway.
I didn't get a cool thing from a god.
Like half of us did.
I had a cool thing all along.
That's true.
The cool thing was friendship.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
The magic inside of us.
While Epi is playing with his balls, Brock's looking around for somebody on this team he can trust. And the person he would go to would actually weirdly usually be Epi, but this doesn't feel right. He's like, okay, Armbar's busy. I don't think Baragon could handle the problem I have right now. I am not pushing Dadir's button right now. Rook.
Yep.
Rook,
Okay,
can we do a sidebar really quick? And I walk Rook off to the side.
Yeah, okay.
Sidebar.
I remember the last thing Rook was doing was shoving sugar in her face, so she's like,
So, Rook, I have a kind of a problem, and I don't want to tell everybody else, so I'm just going to start with you.
okay.
When I went out there just now, Roll was like, "Oh, hey, I have an idea to solve some of the Feywald's problems." And I'm like, "Sure, I'll give you a shot. Why not?"
Okay.
He sort of promised Lulth she could have the entire material plane.
Where we live?
Yeah, like she could just rule over it, like basically she's planning on doing here, but like there.
I don't think that's cool, man.
I don't think it's cool either. He's like, "Oh well, I mean, I'll be honest with you, like I'm kind of hoping you'll just die in the fight, but you know, if you don't, well, I'll own up to my half of the deal." I'm like, I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah, you should probably tell everybody else too.
Yes?
Yeah, Oh, good, Epi, you're back. I can tell you the thing now. Epi, come join our sidebar over here.
Epi, come here.
All right,
Why is
hello?
everybody talking about my brother?
Sidebar. You know, and his aunt is salad bar.
God damn it.
Anyway, Epi, I need to tell you something very important, and I need you to be very discreet about it and not overreact. Just remember the part where you told me your best friend is part of the soul of a guy who's committed genocide. Just remember that, okay?
All right.
Roll kind of promised Lulth if she's nice to all the other Fey Courts and lets them have their shit back, he could have the material plane.
But that's like bad, right?
Maybe? Question mark? Probably? Like 80% chance?
Try about 99.999%. Are you talking about Vecna or Roll having a material plane?
No, Roll promised it to Lulth. Like, said, "Oh, hey, I have the Tablet of Fate. I have a better Tablet of Fate than your Tablet of Fate. Let us have your Tablet of Fate and fix it. you leave the Night Court be, go to the Material Plane, help us stop the apocalypse, and if you live through the apocalypse, you can have the Material Plane and the Tablet of Fate.
Yeah, that's probably not a good thing. Do you know what Loth's the god of?
At the moment, elves, spiders, dragons, and being an asshole, I think.
Not a bad summary, but a lot of other evil shit that you can add on top of that, so maybe we're not going to let her take the entire Material Plane.
Right, so, he already put the deal on the table? I don't know how to renege that, or if, we want to roll with it and deal with it later. I just wanted to kind of give everybody the up and up about that, because he didn't make me privy to the half of the conversation until he already put the offer out there, and I don't know how to deal with the gods work. I don't know if this is something I can retract.
We can certainly try, and if not, I can put Roll into a cage, and we'll call it a day.
It's not that simple. Our souls are attached.
For now, but if you die, then you should split, if I'm not wrong.
And Epi feels this breathing down his neck with Inky just there, did you just say my master will die?
Oh.
Alright, we have 2 problems. And we will deal with them later.
Alright, cool.
But
Alright, anyway, let's go back to let's sidebar this. Oh, damn it, I said the word again. No, Armbar, not your cousin. Brother or whatever. Anyway, Nadir. I walked the sidebar back to Nadir.
You walk the whole sidebar?
Yes, all 3 of us walk back to Nadir. Okay, so Nadir, can you just
He's
explain...
very long.
Can you explain how to reunite Vecna and Mortimer into one living being? I'll give you 2 Scooby snacks and the secret behind why Roll is evil.
No, I think Nadir looks at Epi, very deeply, carefully. The Raven Queen wants this.
Yes, the Raven Queen did agree to this. It took some convincing. But I know Mortimer. We've been friends for my entire adult life, including most of when I was in school. I'm not going to abandon my friend. And even Mortimer agrees that if we can put the 2 halves back together, you're going to just have a regular man. Not a lich, not the Vecna that haunts everyone's dreams, just Mortimer trying to do something that was before not possible.
What does Nadir see, over Epi?
Do you have, golden number wild magic shit going on?
No.
I was gonna say, I need more.
I guess... I guess insight, but, how truthful, how earnest is Epi being, or showing?
It is difficult to lie when drunk off your ass, having also just convinced a god of the same thing.
Okay. Epi.
Yes.
Roll deception or persuasion.
Okay.
Don't say what the number is, just message it to me on Discord. Nadir. Roll insight.
16.
Okay. You believe that Epi is earnest.
Please, Nadir, I swear, he is my friend. Whoever Vecna is now, you're seeing only the side of him that is just the evil that's left, the part that's been alone for years. This is the part that had a friend, that didn't turn to the dark side, for lack of a better word.
Okay. If the Raven Queen and Vecna have been enemies for a long, long time, and if she is amenable to this, then it must not be as bad as I'm fearing. So, okay.
Epi hugs Nadir. Thank you.
Several vertebrae crack.
Why are you so old?
What? You can't just ask somebody that.
Do you need me to cast Mending on your spine?
Please no.
I have an assortment of curing magic.
Nadir. Roll a con save, Nadir.
Strangely good at these.
Hell yeah.
Well, that's a 17, but I also have a different thing.
Okay.
Are you going to use Favored by the Gods on an arbitrary con save to see how well your spine handles a hug?
Oh, wait, I can only use it once never mind. 17.
Okay, well, so instead of just, your entire spine being messed up, your left toe is doing that numb thing for just, the next couple minutes, and then it'll come back. Your left pinky toe is just tingly and then numb, and, it'll come back with the little needles in a couple minutes.
Kenny, do you mind if I spitball this explanation, or do you want to give me, or do you have something specific in mind?
Go for it.
So, you know how to permanently kill a lich, right?
Yeah.
Epi?
Yes. I believe you're supposed to destroy every part of them.
Yes. You destroy the phylactery first, and then the body, so that the soul has nowhere to go.
I would like to do the impossible. Put them back together.
It's not impossible, but it is significantly more difficult.
I can handle difficult.
Both the lich and its phylactery must be destroyed close to each other, both in proximity and time. The phylactery still has to be destroyed first, so the soul can't go to it. And while they still linger in the area, you put the two back together, and then resurrect them in the body. It is very precise. It is... I do not know if I could do it. You might.
I think I will. I will absolutely need some help in defeating Vecna. I am a bit of a string bean. I can't lift the sword to save my life, and I run out of spell slots eventually. But I do have the spell for resurrection. I've been working on spells for a more perfect form of resurrection. I haven't finished it yet, but I got there.
Hey, Epi, if it helps, I know somebody who once killed Vecna.
Oh, I'm so glad you've got connections. That would be perfect.
Yeah, Armbar's grandma, Granny Snickerdoodle, who makes those fancy cookies, she killed Vecna 100 years ago.
Huh. I crack open Mortimer.
There?
I crack open Mortimer and I ask, "Do you know Granny Snickerdoodle?"
Mortimer says, "Was that canon?" Sorry.
Hold on. I have to do a bit. I had to run to get a prop to do a bit.
Uh-oh.
Epi cracks open Mortimer.
Spectacular.
It's made that noise the whole time.
I assumed it was supposed to be canon. The second I realized Vecna was part of this campaign too, I'm like, oh hey, maybe this is a thing.
How fucking old is all of these?
I mean, don't paladins not age or age super slow or something, or they can with a boon from
That's
their
a
god?
druid thing.
Yeah, that's not a 5e paladin thing.
It's also a monk thing, so I feel like if you have the right boon from a god, especially a god who can manipulate time like fucking Santa Claus, I'd say you could just age perfectly. Also, you might remember in the first Christmas special, Aladi's met himself at Christmas past, present, and future, and they're all the same fucking thing. So you said he doesn't age.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, so Aladi's and Granny Snickerdoodle, old as fuck. Anyway, Brock looks at me I think we can maybe do a little bit of a proof of concept here of the whole, making him a good thing. The Lich needs to be willing, right? That's, part of the problem. The Lich needs to be willing to come back as a human.
We're at least halfway there.
That's not necessarily true, right? Isn't it just the soul has to be willing to come back to life? If I remember right.
So for resurrection to work, the soul has to be willing, right?
But
so if you destroy the Lich, right, then, yeah. The resurrection spell could then target them to bring them to life. If they're willing.
But I think that, like, on some level, the half of Vecna that's become a Lich and been a Lich for a very long time might be willing to fight. I think I want to prove a concept that somebody whom is irredeemably gone to the dark side might be able to come back. Epi cannot.
That is why you have to put the souls back together before resurrection, so that you change the nature of its will.
Well,
Epi, can we do the Armbar's brother thing again?
the sidebar that is
Yes.
conscious?
Oh!
It's like fucking Beetlejuice. I take Epi aside. I'm like, can I just have a few minutes to talk to Mortimer?
Are you gonna be good to Mortimer, or am I going to come back and you're trying to burn it?
Mortimer has a very unique perspective on my current problem.
Ah. I crack open Mortimer. Brock wants to talk to you. That
Sound
okay?
of a soda can opening.
Everyone always leaves me.
Rook's right there.
Join the club, pal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, after Brock gets handed the book, if we want to cut to the other characters and gotten some screen time, I can do my thing in a couple minutes.
Okay. So, Orion and Nyx have been just taking this all in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nyx has glided over next to Orion. Orion has put an arm around her. They are listening to the conversation that is taking place. Orion pipes up and says, "So I may know a little bit about where to find Vecna, now that realities are crashing in on each other."
That would be a massive help.
So Vecna's fortress lies on a demi-plane that he created. But the planes are getting destroyed. And his demi-plane is anchored to a specific point here in the Feywild. Now, obviously, without his permission, you can't go there, but eventually that plane is going to get destroyed. And when that happens, he'll retreat to that anchor point, which is here in the Feywild.
Brock scribbles in Mortimer, can you technically give us permission to enter Vecna's demiplane?
No.
Damn. Thought he might be enough Vecna to count. Oh well.
Again, they're a little bit different on account of the fact that this one's never tried to put me into a lich body, and Vecna probably is a little evil.
I just thought it'd be funny if we had to ask Vecna the world's most cosmic knock-knock joke, and he didn't know the punchline till it was too late. Knock-knock, who's there? You. What?
Yoo-hoo.
And then we just pull out a bunch of drinks and have brewskis with Vecna.
So, thank you all for being willing to help me with this. I don't think I would have been able to do it alone.
Seems like we all kind of have stuff that we need to get done.
Oh?
Well, mine's more of an overtime kind of thing that I'll probably have to do on my own.
I got that one.
Thanks, Armbar. I fist bump Armbar.
Baragon, can't you, master time and space and then come back to this point in time in history and then send yourself forward in time to master time and space to save us all the trouble of waiting?
There's steam coming out of Baragon's ears. What did you just say?
Yeah, just spend the next 60 years mastering your powers, and then come back to this point in time as you, but more experienced with your powers, and then send yourself off on the same exact journey, so there's no, a closed time loop. And then we just get the experienced version of you that has mastery over the time domain. I saw this
good
play.
idea.
I saw this play in the Bard College called Back to the Future, and made me think this could work.
Good idea. Counterpoint. I don't think we have 60 years.
Not with that attitude.
I don't think I have 60 years. I'm getting pretty old.
Not if you have chronomancy on your side, apparently. Welcome to wizard school. How's the chronomancy treating you?
I think it might be more cost efficient for him to just spend some time reclassing as a monk so he doesn't age.
I have to be so high level for that.
I just have this image of Baragon reenacting the Gandalf the White moment of, yes, Doubletail is what they used to call me. I am Tripletail.
Tripletail the White. The White Lion.
Whoa.
I feel like that... Isn't that... something else?
I don't know.
I have no idea. But I have that. You've got this thing with Vecna. Apparently, we have something with the spring court to figure out. I've only kind of been half paying attention, I'm gonna be honest. You guys have a lot on your plates, and it's overwhelming.
Oh yeah, also, we may have accidentally bartered half of reality to God that we don't want to, but for the better? Question mark? Complicated.
Okay. Just hands on temples, just... What did I sign up for? I didn't sign up for this.
That's alright, I was like that the first week too. It wears off eventually, about 3, oh god, we have to kick a god in the balls later. You'll feel a little bit better. What was this about the spring
Epi.
court? Yes?
Yeah, the spring court. Look at this. Rook shows you her necklace with the amber orb with the prince inside. Because you haven't seen that yet.
That's new. I mean, the necklace isn't new, but the little guy in it? Is he
That
new?
little guy is a prince. Spring court prince.
Is he a fairy prince? Is that why he's so small?
I mean, he was, but I think that's a generalization.
Oh.
I don't
My
think they are all
apologies, Your
small.
Highness.
Like, look, Brock's gestures towards Orion and Nyx, who are, like, normal size, if not a little larger than life, as if, like, they aren't all tiny, you asshole.
Oh no! I just did a microaggression against the fairy court.
Jeez.
I like just telepathically say to Orion, he knows not what he says.
You're not positive, but you're sure. You think you may have seen Orion just grow just a fraction larger?
Spiteful grow. A spiteful grow.
Epi's not that tall himself, so this is incredibly funny by comparison. So, how did that happen?
We don't know.
Magic, I'm pretty sure?
Probably.
Weird magic.
So, Nyx points her finger at the amber. Says, "The Prince of the Spring Court disappeared, well, a while ago. They've been searching for him ever since. As it so happens, that piece of amber has powerful magic that prevents it from being found. At least by those who are looking for it. So it's interesting that your dear friend Rook just stumbled upon it. We're not sure what happened to put him in that amber, but it seems you were chosen to be the recipient. Because as you know, Fey Lords, well, we are tied to nature itself, and nature is tied to fate, as are you. As I'm sure you've noticed, all of you seem to be stumbling into random happenstance that is, well, 1 in a million, you could say.
Well, that's true.
This is true. You could say it's wild. Wildly magical.
This truly has been a Bard Rock Cafe.
Fate twists around your group, it seems.
Well, we were sort of at the epicenter when all the obelisks fell around, so I suppose that would make sense. If you can weave fate like you do regular magic, and I use my...
I mean, isn't that like literally the whole shtick of Istis, the goddess of fate?
Fate is itself a tapestry, yes.
There's definitely some threads I would have picked a different color, but that's fine. So...
I've seen your taste in fabric, no.
Excuse you, black is my color.
Black is everyone's color, it's lazy.
Just
No
because
offense,
you look good in pink doesn't mean it matches my color.
Oh, you think I
Ryan.
look good?
Orion looks down. It's slimming.
No, not on you, Your Grace. My friend who grew up with noble fashion choices and just wears the robe of a commoner. Also, you think I look good in this? I'm so happy.
Ugh. Of course you look good in it. It's your show outfit. That's the entire point. And I wear the commoner robe because it has lots of little storage pockets and it lasts forever. And it's comfy.
I wear black all the time, because I'm smart, says Rook.
Exactly. See? Orion agrees with me. Rook agrees with me. We just have a little corner of folks who know that black is slimming, convenient, and also helps with roguish activities.
I'll have you know, I've never been sneaking around anywhere and had anyone go, oh, look, a guy in pink, he stands out like a sore thumb. You just have to be good at sneaking. Rook could definitely sneak around in bright red clothes and be seen just as little.
Can't argue too much with that.
This is true. But you have to admit, it is less easy than sneaking around in black.
Also true.
You tell my brother he should just paint his armor black and then he can be stealthy.
It's a song. I don't think that man's ever going to not stand out.
This is true. We have a certain way about us, except Dad.
Yeah.
I don't know how the black sheep of my grandpa's family became the patriarch of mine.
Faith likes to put a lot of funny little patterns in its tapestry. So, I guess that brings the question of, what do we do now? Also, what are these little crystals and why does everyone have them? I know it's important for fixing the obelisks, but I don't quite remember how. I was very drunk at the time.
I didn't get a crystal.
I didn't get a crystal.
Yeah, I think it's just you and me.
I know, Amber's got the like rose things, kind of like same ballpark.
Ah. Do you remember how we're supposed to use these?
I mean, Cyric was not super clear. He was like, hey, if you can't use this right now because it'll, like, make you explode, probably. I mean, out of character, it's just, we have parts of divine domains, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
You have fate and I have time.
correct. Armbar does not have a piece of...
Okay, no, he just has a toy from a
It's
god.
just a special item. Like a
Yeah,
holy symbol, essentially.
pretty much like a superpowered holy symbol that above game makes it so you guys can hold your own against death for a time.
Gotcha.
Right.
I mean, I held my own 3 rounds against death. You guys are lame.
You also didn't, like, try to fist bump him either, you know.
He also didn't give me his violin. Has he not heard the song?
Baragon, I have a terrible idea.
You know what? I'm game for anything at this point.
What happens if we put them together?
You're right, that is a terrible idea.
I mean, we don't have to necessarily tap them together, like high five with them, but we could hold them closer, see if they react.
Yeah, like magnets.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess it's worth a try. I don't know what the end goal is here, but...
I want
Armbar,
to
get
see
your
if it
rose
does
ready.
something.
Okay. Baragon summons the orb of time.
Okay.
I crack Mortimer up. and pull the little fate out of the ink from it.
Cool. Okay.
Does anything happen when we, like, come closer together with these?
Nope.
Okay.
Can I tink them together?
Do you tink them together?
Can I? Epi's gonna look at Baragon. May I try tinking them together?
This is probably a nothing burger, so...
No, this is either going to be nothing, or it's going to be the Ghostbusters Cross the Stream thing, and we just
we're going to end the campaign right here.
Yeah.
We are an hour into this episode. We could just end.
Tink! Oh, God.
Yeah. Cheers, I guess.
Cheers. And I tink them together.
Okay.
Epi, we just opened up a gift shop to help raise funds to rebuild the Bard Rock. Look at this fancy new design.
I'd love that on a new t-shirt.
You are transported to a world of t-shirts, all identical. You can feel your sense of self slipping away from you as the shirts reach out and grab you and assimilate.
I cast Dispel Magic.
Epi, where'd you go?
Wild magic. Don't ask. It was terrible. So, where's the gift shop going to be?
Oh, well, we have two storefronts, bardrockcafe.redbubble.com and tpublic.com/users/bardrockcafe, so anyone can support the Bard Rock.
You know, the coffee mug is really cute.
And that's not all we sell. We have t-shirts, hoodies, children's apparel, baby
Bard
onesies,
Rock
notebooks,
Cafe's gift shop
magazines.
is now open. Sales go to support the show, so if you want to help out and also get some cool Bard Rock Cafe merch, go check it out.
That's everything we had so far. Epi, are you listening?
Did you say something?
Epi, Diana, I brought you both a cup of tea. It's not Earl Grey, but I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, I've had your tea, and it's all cups of lies.
First of all, I make the finest tea prestidigitation has to offer. Second of all, this is a new line of teas we'll be serving at the Bard Rock from now on by our partners at Many Worlds Tavern.
Oh, I've heard of them. I'm particularly fond of Sleepy Fields and Golden Root myself.
Well, look, if it's good enough for Diana, it's good enough for me. I'll have a cup of that Verdant Harbor.
Of course! Here you go. And I pour Epi a cup of tea.
Epi, roll perception to determine if the tea is made of lies.
Damn it. That's a natural one.
First of all, you are absolutely convinced Brock used prestidigitation on this tea. Second of all, you feel a wild magic surge inside you, and dozens of thirsty customers appear outside of Brock's food truck right here in the graveyard.
No worries, folks. We have plenty of tea from Many Worlds Tavern for all of you. Try a cup of Sage's Gate or Sacred Spring. Somehow I already have dozens of cups of this already prepared and steeped for this occasion.
Of course you did.
Want to brew some of this delicious tea at home? Just go to http://manyworldsTavern.com/bardrockcafe and use the code BardrockCafe at checkout to save 10% on your order. As always, a portion of your order supports the show. And if you're a coffee drinker like my good friend Armbar, they have options for you there too.
Brock, I'm happy for you and all, but get your food truck and all your customers off my lawn.
Sorry, Dan, I can't hear you. This tea is selling like hotcakes. And so are the hotcakes. Bye, everybody.
So, as they tink together, you all feel like the world has gone into a weird, like, vertigo state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ripples of power wash out from the marbles. Epi and Baragon, I need you both to make charisma saving throws.
Oh god, okay, this is fine.
Ooh.
What is my charisma?
Okay. There's no way I pass this.
I'm going to go ahead and give Varagon a bardic inspiration. It's a D10.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it is +3. Can I roll it? I just wanted to see what my plus was.
What do you mean, can you roll it?
Yeah, you can roll it. You're
I
told
clicked it
to.
on the roll 20.
Oh, I don't have Roll20 open. You tell me what you're doing.
Okay. You know what? It is time for ketchup dice. It makes its return. Seems
You
like
roll a natural 20, aren't there, Tabletail?
Natural 20 plus 7 for 27.
nice. I rolled a 14. God damn.
Total?
Yeah, 14 total. I rolled an 11 plus 3 for 14.
Do I have anything to help? I already tried helping Baragon, just if I can help you.
So, well, hang on. So, Baragon, is that 27 with the Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah, I only add +2 to charisma saves.
Okay. Gotcha. Alright. Anybody else have anything for Epi?
Oh,
I'm
God.
looking.
Help.
Maybe. Sorry. What are you doing? What are you attempting to do?
Charisma saving throw.
Still unclear.
Oh, not against saving throws. Nope, I don't. You're on your own. Good luck.
Okay. We'll start with Baragon.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm gonna.
Baragon.
If I okay, if I die and I got a natural 20, I'm scared for you. Whoa.
As the world seems to twist around, you feel like it seems like the marble has cracked in your hand, right? And that power is flooding through you. You feel for a brief moment like it is going to shred you into the tiniest pieces of yourself, right?
Oh, no.
Okay.
But through sheer force of internal presence and power of will, you hold yourself together and you are holding on to a moment of, like, the domain of time.
Okay.
Oh no.
Before we resolve Epi's and or the wild magic, I have a question. There is technically something I can do with the DM's permission. I am proficient in charisma saving throws. Can I run up to Epi and grab him to try and offer the help action, possibly putting myself at risk?
Not at this point. If you had decided to do that ahead of time,
I
you would have known.
Yeah, I thought I could have asked at least.
That's okay. Let me make my wrong decision.
For the next turn, as in the next 6 seconds of time, Baragon, you hold the power of a god.
You also have a wild magic search.
Correct. So roll me 2D 100? Yeah.
Yeah, and magically save Epi.
That would be nice.
Okay. 95 and 32.
Nothing happens from the wild magic.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Epi,
Yes.
much in the same way, you are awash in just primordial power, right? The domain of a god ripping through your mortal body. The domain of fate, this tiny little portion of it, tears into you, begins to rip your body to pieces. And as much as you try to hang on, doesn't work. Like, it is too much.
No.
Okay.
Your force of will is not strong enough to withstand this torrent of energy. Everyone else in the room, you watch as Baragon begins to, like, glow with this radiant gold and silver light, and Epi is just dusted.
Whoa.
Like disintegrate dusted?
Like Thanos snap turned to dust.
What?
Epi, what?
I'm dead,
Okay,
dead?
Wait,
I get one turn, right?
and you...
One turn.
I'm going to, since I have like knowledge of how to use like Trickster's Blessing to kind of manipulate time. I figure with the extra boost from the domain, I can like do it more precisely and get back to the moment before we do this.
So your use of your god power is to rewind time to before you clinked the things together.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the dice told a story with this one.
Uh-huh.
Does anybody else have the strangest sense of deja vu?
A little bit. I feel like I'm about to sneeze, but, Baragon, I'm asking your permission. Do you want to clink things two together and see what happens?
Baragon immediately dismisses the marble and like puts his hands on Epi's shoulders and is like checking him over like, holy shit, oh my god.
Forward, but I'm not saying I don't like it, but what's going on?
We're not doing that. No chance. No. We can't do that.
What happened?
So, before you get too far into this conversation, Baragon, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit. I have decent con. 19.
19 total?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though you endured and managed to harness all of that power, it put a massive strain on your physical body.
Can I use Indomitable to re-roll this throw?
Alright, I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Since he around time, does he have the bardic inspiration I gave him again?
No.
I still have it?
No. Timey-wimey. You feel like...
I feel like less inspiring than I normally am for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay. 17 plus 8, 25.
Okay. You gain 3 levels of exhaustion.
Jesus.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Was that still a failure?
No, that's a pass.
Oh no.
I have so many healing spells and greater restoration.
Well, that's just gonna take time. I think
It's 2 long rests to get that gone.
Or a greater restoration if we have that lying around.
Correct.
I do have
Like the EpiPen. There you go. EpiPen. Boom. You're good.
Just like a truck, whatever that is, it just hits you, right?
Like a food truck.
Yeah, like a food truck. So, Baragon, you are energetically checking on Epi, and then, pushing past even the adrenaline rush of what just happened, the exhaustion just sets into your bones. And you push through it, and you're still on your feet, but you feel how much that took out of you.
Whoa, you look terrible. What happened? We were just standing here, and now you look... did you do that rewind thingy that you do?
Yeah.
Oh god.
So, what happened in the aborted timeline, Baragon?
Oh, okay.
Also, here, I have an orange slice. I produce an orange slice because I have the chef beat.
Oh, thanks.
You are inoculated from scurvy for the next day.
Thank God.
Also,
I was so worried
it puts
about
his
that.
blood sugar back up because he's just at a level of exhaustion.
Oh my god. Go for it.
That does satisfy one of the several things you need to do in order to get rid of exhaustion.
Technically true, yes.
Yeah.
So we hit them together, and they kind of broke a little bit, and Epi turned to dust.
What?
And I didn't. And I said, oop, we don't want that. So I managed to do it. I turned back time. But man, that's a lot.
So if you just jam pieces of godhood together, they can explode you. Guys, I think I know how we can beat Lolth.
Okay.
I'm not doing that again.
No. Lolth has 3 different pieces of godhood. We just need to get them out of Lulf's body and get them to slam together on Lulf.
But what if she passes? Apparently, I turned to dust.
No, all we need to do is just fashion some, those machines that repeatedly bounce the same 3 balls together over and over again? We just make one of those, but a necklace that we get tied to Lulf's neck, so Lulf repeatedly slams her own godhood into each other until she can't use her legendary resistances to pass anymore.
Brock is just casually making a self-snapping Thanos gauntlet. Just...
Epi is just kind of, just short enough to be used as, a cane for Baragon at this point. So I just take out my EpiPen. It's this little tiny wizard thing. It's got a little orange gem on one end, a little blue gem on the other. Alright, I'm gonna try something. Just hold still. And, I use the EpiPen to greater restoration and try and put him back together a little bit.
Okay. So, without drawing this out too much, because it was just a bit that I did too much with, Baragon, you're fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
I've had enough. I've had enough of science. I'm not experimenting anymore today.
Oh no, don't worry. I'll be the test subject in the next experiment, but I need to talk to Mort first.
All right.
So, at this point, Lady Nyx says, I've been informed telepathically. The emissaries from the Spring Court have arrived. Whenever you are ready to meet with them, Rook, since they are here to see you.
I think we should all meet them together. She says, looking around at everyone nervously.
I'm going to swallow hard because I just got disintegrated, apparently. Yes. We're here to support our friend.
I like how Baragon turned back time so hard that the few-day wait from last episode turned into a half-an-hour wait.
Was it a few days? I don't remember.
It was. But hey, timey-wimey bullshit.
Timey-wimey.
Yeah, the Baragon just fucked up time so hard,
Well,
he caused a spatial rift between those two traffic points, and the
time already is funny in the Feywild. It's complicated.
Right. It was 6 material seconds, not 6 phase seconds.
Actually, yeah, I'll go with that. That is a solid, rock solid explanation.
I'm gonna just lean over to Baragon. Thank you for not letting me turn to dust.
Well, I mean, what else was I gonna do? I mean, I guess I could have just turned to dust too, but...
True. That's seriously cool. Nice job.
Well, let's get that under control for next time, huh?
Right. I will not sink them together.
No cheers.
No cheers. No cheers for you. Right now, we are just going to help Rook with her large quantities of social anxiety. Alright.
Anytime from now until the end of Baragon's life, we any of us go to get drinks somewhere or anything, he will not cheers Epi.
It's done.
It's the trauma.
Just goes out of his way to stay away. Anytime we both have a glass in our hands, just nope.
Not risking it. You're not gonna turn into dust.
Alright, so for the sake of getting this episode a little under control, Brock, do your thing with Mort, and then we will cut to Rook going to meet with the group from the Spring Court, and then that's probably going to be it for this episode.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna give Rook the pep talk and the shoulder rub and give her some talking
good.
points.
Oh, Armbar has been over there you got this, Rook. Literally doing the coach in the corner of the arena. Yeah, never say never. Anyway.
Thanks, Armbar.
Oh yeah!
Hang on.
I got it in.
Play-
We're there.
Do the thing.
Oh, yeah!
There we go.
So,
This is a very echoey room for just Armbar.
He's the
Armbar
fatty dog
has-
coach.
Armbar was magically charmed by a fairy godmother many years ago, so whenever he says the words, oh yeah, if you shout them loud enough, he has his own personal echo.
If he says it
Those-
just hard enough with his chest, it always has good acoustics. Like, he could be at the beach and have good acoustics. Just-
You know this is inscrutable because that doesn't show up on Craig and it doesn't show up in locals.
That's why I said the words, oh yeah, on my audio
I
track.
mean, I have it in my local files. I can just give it to somebody.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
So as Brock / Roll sits down with Mort.
I think Inky also kind of curls up like a little ball behind me like a dog.
Oh.
And Brock starts writing into Mort. Hi, Mort. I know we haven't gotten to talk much, but you have a very unique perspective on a problem that I have that I think you'll understand. Waits a few seconds, make sure Mort doesn't want to, it's a very leading thing, but after, a few seconds of silence, as I believe Epi has told you, I have a second soul, and that soul is kind of not a great person. I don't talk about it much, but when I was younger, he was kinder, but over the years, especially with how cruel my father is, he took a lot of the dark thoughts and feelings I had and took it upon himself, because he was at the time a benevolent spirit, and it warped and twisted him until he became this pessimistic thing that he is now. And Effie told me about your other half. And what would you do if you knew, if you could, what would you recommend I do to make things right with my other half so that we can be the whole we're supposed to be?
So the 2.5 pages of explanation that you just wrote onto Mort sink into the page. And he comes back. That was a lot. That fades into the page as well.
Yeah, and I actually respond back very quickly. I've never had somebody who would understand I could tell all that to.
So the page remains blank for just a moment. And Mort comes back with, my darker half was stronger. So when I was torn apart, my darker half overpowered me. Stuck me into the phylactery so that I couldn't stop him from doing what he was set on doing. From observing you, seems like your dark half might be stronger as well. You may need help from your friends, just like I do, to get him under control so that your good half has a chance to make things right. But your friend Nadir is also right. A soul is a soul. Good parts, bad parts. It's all the same you. Roll represents a darker part of you, and you'll have to square with that at some point. Even if your lighter side stays on top.
Brock reads all this and says, do you also think what Nadir said is true, that nothing can be entirely good or entirely evil? Is there still good in your other half? Is there still good in mine? Can they be saved?
A very... Please, just say it in character. Just say it in character.
The deer can't see this conversation.
See,
but-
even Vecna agrees with me. Wait, hold on.
I don't think that's the flex you think it is. So, alright, what did you just ask, Mort? I'm sorry. I got distracted.
I asked more if no one can be pure evil and nobody can be pure good. If that means there's still some good in Vecna and there's still some good in Roll, is it possible we could fix them, make them better, especially Roll, who internalized all of Brock's darkness because he was trying to protect Brock? Is there a way to put Roll back the way he's supposed to be, instead of the thing that Brock slowly turned him into because Brock was too weak and cowardly to fight his own battles?
That's a very philosophical question. It really comes down to what Roll chooses. And what Vecna chooses. And unfortunately, their track records are not great.
Well, proof of concept. I think we can help Vecna choose to be one with you again. And I think I'm going to do that by convincing Roll it's time to get his act together. There's something my brother said he could do a long time ago, but it would only work if Roll was willing. I think I need to find somebody who can cast the spell ceremony. And in the back of Brock's head he hears, "What?" We'll talk in a minute, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for your time, Mortimer. I'm going to do everything I can to help Effie help you.
No response.
I think he's good, thank you, Effie, and I hand the book back.
I look at him. He looks like he's had a face journey. Feel better?
Better's not the right word. I feel better informed. I think I have direction. I don't feel better about it. I need to... Roll and I need to have a conversation. We'll do that after we meet these Spring Court people. And then he looks over to Malil and he does tell them "You're a god. You can cast ceremony, right? You that's a thing you could probably do."
Malil has just been it does not take this long to tune an instrument. And he has just been sitting there just tuning and retuning his lute over and over and over again as he just listens.
There's actually a pile of 30 tuned harps next to him.
Deadass, I forgot Malil was here.
Yeah, actually.
That's because he's doing a good job of minding his business.
Yeah, I forgot he was here too. That's what Jenny Greenteeth says from the corner. She's just...
Oh shit, Jenny's here!
Oh,
Yeah.
God, what is that? Hi!
Hello! Jenny is about 5 sugar cubes deep into this cup of tea, and it's just...
I cannot believe how quiet Malil is with a pile of 30 harps.
So Malil kind of nonchalantly says, "Yeah, I can cast a first level cleric spell. Why do you ask?"
Well, you know my life story. You know my other half. I'm going to try and convince him to consent to that so he and I are a little bit more in sync and a little bit less separate. We need a little bit of an alignment retune, so to speak.
Well, clearly he's pretty good at tuning.
That Effie just chimes in on this telepathic conversation.
Oh, I said that out loud. Sorry, I thought the conversation was out loud.
No, I'm asking Malil to make my evil half less evil quietly because I don't know how much the Night Court knows about the fact I have an evil other half.
So, you say he's very good at tuning. Malil goes, "Hey!" and points at you, and you get a guidance to use at some point in the next 24 hours.
Hey!
Just add a
I'm
D4
gonna need
to...
that.
Man, where was that guidance when you were gonna die?
Right?
Leo's just like, I don't remember that. He continues tuning the full.
Yeah, so that's Brock's goal for next episode, because we're going to do Rook's thing. Brock's going to try and convince Roll to agree to let Ceremony shift his alignment back the way it was before he and Brock became a duality thing.
Okay. So, Orion and Nyx standing next to each other motion as the doors open themselves, they say. Would you like to go meet the Spring Court emissaries now? We can wait if you would prefer.
Is there anything we would wait for? Because, I mean, we could wait.
You've had an eventful
Hour.
If you need time, you can have it. They are here when you're ready.
Did somebody say time?
Rook looks at Fairy. I don't really feel prepared at all, but I don't think there's anything I can do. I think I just have to beat them.
Alright, Rook, here, I got this for you. Just, this is a little bit of, I call it liquid courage, and I hand her a bottle of whiskey. Just a tiny serving-sized bottle of whiskey.
Aren't these like royalty? I don't want to be drunk.
No, a serving-sized bottle of whiskey's a shot. Rook won't be drunk. She drank the hard stuff at the fire tournament one day ago.
Epi's just gonna put a hand on your shoulder. You'll do just fine.
As a reminder for everyone, how old is Rook?
14.
15, yeah.
Yes,
what I
this
thought.
is like for you to, no, fine. I rumble around in the quartz cooler. I'm like, here, a potion of heroism. She can't have the frightened condition. There we go.
Okay, sounds good.
That actually is
Thanks.
kind of liquid courage, isn't it? Like, you literally are immune to being afraid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will
That's
say,
nice.
from experience, being really drunk talking to an important person while you're not scared of it
No.
does not help with finding
No.
words.
Yeah, no, the whiskey was a joke. This will actually help.
That's true.
Rook chugs it. Alright, let's go. Can't think of a better time, really. I guess I'll just show them the amber? Maybe they'll know why I was chosen.
You guys, check
So
this
I
out.
don't-
Inky, power word heal. I tell Inky to stay.
Oh, heal. H-E-E-L. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
I know
my-
I had to think about it too.
Yeah, yes, that was the joke I was going for. Do I need to roll anything for Inky to stay the fuck here?
Nope. Inky stays.
Good boy. I pull a steak out because I have the chef feet and I throw it to him.
Where are you pulling all of this food from?
The chef feed does not give you hammer space. Come on now.
No one has actually eaten the snacks, so I have that many snacks left.
He's pulling it from the chef feet.
Also, I have my food truck right here.
The slab of meat just sort of slaps the floor in front of Inky because he is an undead creature and does not eat.
I'm
He
sorry, I
ate-
meant chef's feet.
He ate like 8 drow last time.
He
Also-
eviscerated 8 drow.
Also, you can't let me have the bit where I feed my dog a steak? Like, just for the bit?
You could play with it.
Inky opens his skeletal maw and, in one gulp, swallows the slab of meat, which then slaps down his ribs, one end over the other, and then plops onto the ground.
Thank you.
He looks down at the ground and tries again. Much to the same effect.
Oh, guys, he's gonna be at this for the next 20 minutes. We're good. Let's go.
How many times have you done this that you know it works?
I mean, so canonically, Brock's only had access to Inky in a physical form for the last hour. So this is just Brock assuming. Brock pulls out the notepad and write, learn what skeletons eat. Oh, you know what? He eats blood pudding. That'd be a vampire. Anyway, Spring Court.
So, Orion and Nyx lead Rook, and by extension everyone else, to not the throne room, but like a receiving hall, right? Still a long chamber. Stained glass windows throughout this chamber catch the light from the night sky and twist it so that the starlight itself seems to paint pictures. Pictures depicting battles from long past, all sorts of things. Somebody could roll a history check if you want to see if you recognize any of it.
Oh,
Yes.
Nadir, roll a history check. You're so good at these. He has like
I got
a plus 20.
8, goddammit. I'm gonna roll 2.
Yeah, but Nadir has
Okay,
a plus
fine.
fucking 18.
Try again.
Try again.
Yeah,
How high is your plus?
20.
So what do you have a plus 20 on your roll for?
29.
You rolled a 9?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
shit.
okay.
Every time we give you that roll, you somehow you muck it up.
So you see, in stained glass form, just a depiction of significant events in the Night Court's past, right? From the dawn of time, when the cycle of day and night was set, and the conflict and wrestling of power that happened between all the different Fey courts, until the borders were drawn where they are. Effie, you get none of that. They're pretty pictures on the wall.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Rook, that if you take a giant swig of really strong ale, I don't care if it's the dog that bit you, you're gonna be staring at the pictures and wondering, was this the part where I skipped class or not? Very pretty stained glass, though. Hey, I've got an idea. Hey, Brock, since you have, apparently so many snacks, do you have any honey biscuits in there?
Of course I have honey biscuits in there. What are you talking about? And I produced a honey biscuit.
I hand it to Rook. You'll do just fine.
Hey, thanks. Takes a bite on the way to the... Oh, we're already there. Takes a nervous bite.
It's
No, we-
timey-wimey. You
Yeah.
guys were walking.
Yeah, on the walk
Yeah, okay.
there, I just I'm rushing through baked goods, baked goods, baked goods.
So,
And
Rook, just for context, how much sugar-related food have you had in
Tons.
the past hour?
Oh, so much.
Okay.
too bad we already used the EpiPen. We might have to cure Rook of diabetes.
I was gonna say,
She'll be fine.
Rook's blood is syrup right now. It
Yes.
is.
She is 15. Every 15-year-old I know can drink 5 monsters back to
It's
back
true.
and not die.
It's
She is
true.
fine.
Right.
That
Currently,
liver
Rook-
still has at least 3 uses.
Her diet's normal.
Rook is vibrating right now with energy. I just wanted to give the context of this is how much just buzz you have right now.
Right.
Of sugar high.
Yeah, me and Fairy were just glitching.
Are you glitching like that character from Wreck-It Ralph? Are you phasing in and out
Yeah.
of existence in little
Right.
6-second bursts?
Exactly.
That character, she has a name.
I couldn't remember Sarah
Vanilla
Silver's character.
something.
Yeah,
Vanellope Von
Vanellope.
Sweets?
Yeah.
there we go. I couldn't remember. It took me a second.
Important.
The indignation really makes that.
To be fair, her entire character arc, nobody remembered her, so.
I remember.
So,
I remember.
as you enter the receiving hall, taking away from the view of the stained glass windows, the beautiful just masonry and the structure itself, the lighting, all of it, resting in the middle of the hall the largest wolf any of you have ever seen.
Oh.
I don't know, I've seen some pretty big
opens-
wolves. I tripped you up pretty bad with that.
What, Pepperidge Farm remembers?
No, when I said I've seen some pretty big wolves, and Kenny just stops.
Oh no. What did you get into in the Feywild?
No, I didn't fuck any giant wolves
Okay.
that I know of.
Dire wolves aren't giant. Just saying.
And based on the GIF and Discord, I'm going to say this is the second biggest wolf Rock has ever seen.
This is the second biggest wolf Rock has ever fucked.
Where are we now, Llewellyn?
Well, Meanie, it looks like we've arrived in a universe where Jump Leads is part of the Bard Rock network of podcasts.
The Bard Rock Network? Wow! That's a whole new audience ready to experience our adventures jumping through parallel universes, like when we found that colony of religious robots, or the time we were chased by a knife-wielding dinosaur.
What about when you spent a whole episode looking for a bathroom?
We don't have to talk about that.
Listen to the scripted sci-fi comedy podcast audiences are calling a cross between Sliders, Doctor Who, and Lower Decks. Jump Leads. Season 1 available now wherever you get your podcasts. Season 2 coming soon.
Who was that?
Sounds like this reality is actually an ad spot.
An ad spot? Wait, so none of this is canon?
It was, until you asked that question.
Excuse me, I have... Rock just turns to Deer like, excuse me, I have not fucked this particular wolf.
This particular wolf. No.
See, there was this one time where there was this giant who was affected with lycanthropy. That lady was big. I almost got death by snoo snoo.
So,
You know you can
Standing
have,
up.
like, polymorph to get gills and stuff. Like, if you're going to do that, at least be safe about it.
No, Patricia gave me this little charm, and I hold it up like, see, I'm immune to disease from STDs. She made sure I had it.
It's a good thing you have that. Carry on. Sorry.
you all see a massive wolf get to its feet in the middle of this chamber. As it then shifts into a human form.
Oh shit, is it really her?
No. A powerfully built, silver and gray-haired, still very large, like close to 7 feet tall and built for it, 300 pounds, not overweight at all, right? Like, big guy. And then you hear a screeching from the top of the room as a falcon dives from the rafters near the ceiling and shifts into a sharp-featured woman. Brown hair, brown eyes. Together they bear, like, the regalia that you would associate with the Spring Court. Those of you that are more knowledge-based in your skill set, Nadir, would immediately recognize this is definitely the Spring Court's emissaries. You also get the sense that this is probably like an honor guard of some kind. Just based on the outfits and the insignias on there. Both of them sketch a bow together, and they introduce themselves. The lady says, "Greetings. I am Halil, the Falcon. And this is Lobo. We've been informed that you've found our prince. She is staring right at Rook.
Rook wishes that she was smooth and wishes that she knew how to say this in a smooth way, but she doesn't. So she awkwardly holds out the necklace, but looks at Lady Nyx like, should I give it to them?
Lady Nyx sweeps out in front of you, says, "Hello, Lobo. Welcome to the Night Court. As you were told, this is Rook. And as you can see, here is your prince." She kind of motions, "Rook," motioning for you to, like, take a few steps and hand it to her.
So, yeah, Rook does as suggested.
So
She hands it over to Halil.
Halil reaches out to take the amber. As her hand touches it, she kind of hisses and recoils back. And there's, where her finger just brushed against it, there's a little pinprick burn mark.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rook is so sorry. Rook is like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
She goes, "Interesting. Lady Nyx, have you tried to touch it? Have you taken it?" Lady Nyx goes, "I have held it. It did not have that same effect with me." "That is interesting." At this point, Lobo has ambled his way over. Says, "I would like to try."
Rook doesn't see the harm, holds out the necklace. It kind of dangles the amber down, you know.
Lobo reaches down and grabs it. Does not take it from your hand, and like for like just a second longer than Halil did, and then he like pulls his hand back, and it's very clearly just like the smell of just burnt, right? He goes, "That hurt."
Oh no. Wait, I don't understand. How come it didn't hurt Lady Nyx? What's different here?
Well, I suspect that as these two are sworn to the prince in that amulet, and the amulet is designed to keep him away, it is repelling them. I have no such bond to him. I am queen of my own court.
Okay. You say I'm destined to find this thing, and I find it and I touch it and it's fine and everything. So what? Am I in league with the person that captured this guy or what? I'm not, by the way, but I'm just trying to figure this out.
Lobo, whose hackles started to raise, they go right back down. It's like, okay, it's fine. It's fine.
You sure he doesn't just like
He's trying
you?
to understand.
So, Lady Nyx motions to Halil and Lobo, and then back to you, Rook, and says, "I believe you should go to the spring court with them, and you two should escort her. I think, whatever the solution, the amulet was designed to keep him away. So the first step, lacking any other information, should be to take him back.
I mean, that does make sense. But Rook obviously looks very uncomfortable.
Lobo is not helping. He is audibly sniffing the air and walking around your entire group in a circle.
What?
I would like to have Rock have moved while Lobo was doing all of his pretentious stuff, holding the rock like he was trying to prove how long he could hold a chunk of dry ice. Have moved over towards Halil and been quietly offering help, like, hey, can I get you anything with that for that injury? Using medical kits or offering healing magic. Just trying to gently ingratiate himself with her.
Sure. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Alright, that is 15 plus 13 for a 28.
28?
Yep.
Okay. She declines your offer of help and does not seem impressed.
Ah.
I'm gonna lean over to Rook and just whisper in her ear if possible. Maybe the prince just likes you.
Rook's like, but I don't even know him. You know who I should have asked? I should ask my mom.
I mean, surely someone has sending. You probably could.
Yeah, I have sending.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking, sorry. I was just thinking.
I was like, I don't want to, jump in here. I had a thing.
I'm sorry. Rook is also wondering if someone was going to do something about her going to the spring court. Is she going right now?
I mean, I feel like we'd be going with you. Brock just loudly goes, there's definitely no one here that knows anything we should know about this Amber, right? We've all, said everything we have to say or pressed all the knowledge we have.
I mean, I do have the legend lore spell if we'd like me to cast it, but it seems like we know what the Amber is for the most part.
Right, we just don't know what to do with it. I guess we're gonna go to the spring court no matter what. But before we go, whoever can help me call my mom real quick.
Sure, I will blow a spell slot on sending. Do I proc wild magic?
Let me check.
Mom,
you
can
do.
You pick me up? The Fey courts are fighting again.
18.
Pick a creature.
Oh no.
Halil.
Pick one of the 6 major attributes.
Charisma.
Everybody in the room notices that Halil, while already, very charismatic, becomes even more so.
Wow.
Oh.
You go, girl.
The winged eyeliner's almost as sharp as the feathers are.
That's it. Sharp today.
Her feathers seem to just naturally groom themselves instantly, and just her presence and aura just get more intense.
She put the Instagram filter on.
Basically, yeah.
Anyway, you had 25 words to call your mom.
Yeah.
Okay,
and real quick. Okay. It does go through. It does not fail.
Okay.
Different planes.
I'm just... Yeah. What are the words? Hi, Mom. I hate this. Finally asking, who is Dad? Love you. Bye.
You're your cat legend roar and Rook's father.
You still got 12 words if you want to send anything else.
I don't think Rook has anything else to
I was waiting on you to continue talking because it was gonna...
To be fair, 13 words is the most words Rook's ever consecutively said on this podcast.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
Ultimate teenager.
I need you to know I was waiting on Rook to say anything else, because the next 12 words, no matter what they were or who they were addressed to, were going to get added on to the end, right?
Oh.
I don't think I have anything else.
Rook is done.
So, like, the way this works is Rook is saying it to Brock, who's then sending it, right? I feel like Brock would be like, hey, can you add, like, it's very important, just it's very important.
For the sake of delivery, you're able to cast the spell so that Rook can do the sending.
Okay.
So, a moment passes, and then Rook's mom attempts to respond. It does go through.
Yay, Mom!
So, jeez, 25 words. All right.
I believe in you.
First, hang on. Okay. Oh, hi, Rook. It's good to hear from you. How have you been?
Oh no!
I'm a little busy right now.
Oh no!
But I'm happy to talk to...
Oh no!
Alright.
Oh, it's the ultimate mom voicemail thing.
Brock advises Rook to say messages are limited to 25 words in your next message. I will burn another spell. Oh, wait. Do we have speaking stones? Do we have sending stones? We just call her? Can we shorthand this?
No.
Oh.
Kenny, you did this on purpose.
I need that
Kenny,
magic
you did this
mirror
on
for
purpose
Beauty and
because
the
there
Beast.
were 2 words in there that could have been a contraction.
And?
And what about
I knew it. As soon as you said the words "how is" right next to each other, I knew you were going to cut off one word at the end.
It's how is Fairy? Everyone can guess that part.
Yeah, so, somewhere on the material plane, Miriam is still talking.
Oh, she's probably still talking.
I will say that, yeah, Rook is 100% positive that is what's happening right now.
Exactly. Rook is so
I'm happy to
annoying.
burn another spell slot.
Okay. Roll wild magic.
Alright, cool. I used the roll dice last time. Let me find my Rock D100.
Epi's just gonna lean over
74.
to Nadir. Oh.
74 is the number.
Choose a character.
Oh no.
Halil.
Alright, so 2 things happen. 1, Halil gains the benefit of freedom of movement for the next 12 seconds. For the next 12 seconds, Halil begins to dance aggressively.
Nice.
I would like to join Halil in aggressively dancing.
And remember, she's charismatic right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So actually, matter of fact, Brock, roll performance if you're joining her.
Yeah.
That is
important.
That's a natural 20 for a 33.
Oh my
I'd love
god!
to see it.
Do it again.
Let's do the time warp again. First roll is 64. Second roll is 62.
No more time warping this episode.
Yeah, it's weird. Brock disintegrates.
Brock,
Yes.
choose a creature you can see.
Halil.
Halil,
Wait,
you gain the knowledge that Halil's...
Can you see-
Go ahead.
freedom of movement is the one that gives you plus 10 stealth, right?
No, freedom of movement is you cannot be grappled, restrained. Your movement speed can't be
Okay.
reduced.
Now-
Yeah, you're
Never
thinking
mind.
pass without trace.
Yes, never mind. My joke doesn't work. I was gonna go, can you see them?
Anyway, what does Halil gain this time?
You gain knowledge of Halil.
Okay.
Halil is the second-born daughter of a noble house in the Spring Court. She swore to the Prince of the Spring Court. And her greatest motivation is to see him safely returned.
All right.
Nice.
And she will do absolutely anything, regardless of the morality of it, to see that happens.
Shit.
Noted.
So, Rook, you have another sending spell, as your friends are aggressively dancing.
Okay, so, Mom, this is important. Just tell me who he is, finally. This is end of the world stuff.
Also,
love you.
Word count.
Isn't that it?
No.
You got 5
That was
left.
it.
Yeah. Tell her, be quick.
Be quick about this, Mom.
Okay.
There, I sent it.
Okay, let me see. It goes through.
Yeah.
Her response goes through. Rook, oh my goodness. What was the last thing that you heard? I have been talking this whole time. What do you mean, end of the world stuff?
Okay, we're over the limit.
I mean, I'll burn another
Did I
spell
miss-
slot, it's fine.
Yeah. So, this goes on. Finally, Miriam gets the idea through her head that needs to just be concise. It still isn't.
I'm gonna lean over to Nadir while they're doing the
But through a
sending
few
back
more
and
castings-
forth.
Yeah. Through a few more castings of sending, she communicates that, Rook, your father, well, he was a Fey man. I don't know anything else about it. He came through one day. He was very hungry, and I offered him food and hospitality. And we got along. And the next morning, he was gone.
Doesn't mean anything. Mom!
I'm gonna lean over to Nadir
wait,
and say, I could step in with teleportation circle and just let them talk in person, but this is so much more fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth wasting that.
I think you're right.
So, like, when did the prince disappear again?
So there's kind of this hemming and hawing among everybody. It's like, it's complicated. Feywild, time.
Would you say it was about 14 years, 9 months in material
Right.
time, play time ago?
No. This was a year and a little bit ago. Certainly not that long.
But it's still the possibility, though.
Do we have the D&D equivalent of a paternity test?
Right, can we do a DNA test?
We'll just call NPC Maury to come in here.
Yeah, right. Who's my daddy?
Wait. Do we have a means to transmit images to Rook's mom? Because Brock, we established canonically, is a very good police sketch artist and can produce a drawing of this little man from this little amber.
Right.
But do we have any means of transferring this image to her?
Can Fairy do it?
Yeah, Fairy can blip in and out of existence, can't he?
Yes. So the way that works is Fairy just goes to a pocket plane until called by Rook. It is a way to keep it is an out for players to blip their familiars out of existence if they know they're going into a trapped room that a fireball might happen in.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't just immediately lose their familiars.
Well, can I combine sending with my telepathic ability we've used to transmit images before to basically email her a ping of this guy?
Sure.
How do we send her a picture?
Brock's like, I got this. I've been meaning to try this out. And I cast sending and telepathically think an image of this guy really hard.
Editor, please insert fax machine noises.
I was
here.
about to say, funnily enough, this is the sending that rolled a nat 1, which means it doesn't go through.
I burn another spell. After like a minute, I just burn another spell slot. I have all the spell slots.
I got you. I just wanted to point out, I have been rolling just to see, and that's the one where it doesn't go through correctly.
What picture
At
does
first
she
she's
get
like, I don't know what the
instead?
hell you just sent.
No, it just doesn't go through at all. It doesn't.
Yeah,
it's not like a
it's-
bad image.
It's when the fax machine's making the dial noise, and it just keeps making it, and it doesn't ever connect. That's what's happening.
So it's normal.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
So you get back. I don't recognize this person at all.
Okay. Well, that's something solved.
Do my last 3 sending attempts proc more wild magic.
Listen, man. The bit has gone on enough. I feel like we could just go on and on with this.
Nyx is just quietly dispelling all wild magic that's popping up.
Sarah and shit has entered the chat and is just negating the wild magic for expediency.
Sure. Yeah. It's just no. We're not doing this.
Okay, honestly, maybe the answer is about are in the spring core at this point. We should just go.
Well, we have traveled a long way, and we could at least use some rest.
Sure.
Hey, I got good news for you guys. Nightcore has the most legendary parties in this side of the Feywild, near as I heard.
What did you do while you were here?
Nothing you need to know about.
Oh, Lord.
You smell like wood.
Who said that? Is that Armbar?
No, I believe that was Lobo.
That is Lobo
I was like,
commenting to
was
Brock.
that Dark Armbar showed up?
Dark
Armbar. It's like, what the fuck?
I believe the word you're looking for is roses.
No, he smells like roses. He points to Armbar. Oh, yeah! Armbar flexes,
hang on.
and Lobo flexes, and they're both just there.
Flexing.
You guys have seen that scene in Full Metal Alchemist, right? Where
I know exactly
General
what you're
Armstrong and the dad, you know who I'm talking about.
Curtis.
Yeah. They just flex at each other and they immediately trust each other. That happens. Yes, that is the scene. Okay. So at this point, Lady Nyx says, how about we all get some rest? Spend some time, we can talk. We can unwind a little bit. Think about your next steps. Think about what you would like to do. And when you're ready, we'll give you supplies, send you on your way. So for all of our listeners, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time on Bard Rock Cafe!
Hell yeah!
Isn't this basically just the same thing as before?
Do you have a degree in marketing? Because I have a degree in marketing.
He's got you there, Doubletail. Your only degree's in the School of Hard Knocks.
Sure, whatever. Paycheck's a paycheck, I guess.
That's the spirit.
Thanks for listening to Bard Rock Cafe. We have the best fans. Remember to follow us on social media so you never miss an update, and be sure to check out our sponsor, Dragon Master Games, for your TTRPG needs. If you aren't already, consider subscribing to the show on Ko-fi to help cover production costs. Subscribers get special rewards like their own channels on the podcast Discord, personalized messages in the mid-roll ad spot, and more. And of course, we're partnered with FanRoll, whose wide variety of dice and other tabletop accessories are sure to have something unique to add to your table. Links to all that stuff can be found in the show notes.
Okay, now in the promo with their patented people's wink.
We did this bit already, but sure. I wink in a podcast, and it's really good.
It's called a callback. Thanks for doing the ad read, Barry.
I told you not to call me Barry.
Until next time, everyone, rock on.